you're watching Ask Profit here at NDTV Profit. For viewers who are just tuning in, you can either call us or WhatsApp us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen with all your stock-related queries. We've got our next question.
Got the view, Saurabh. But the next one's coming on JK Lakshmi Cement, bought at 970. 155 shares is what our viewer holds, and her question is largely she should considering average at this point of time. Let me welcome in Ajit Mishra, the FCPA research at Religare Broking at this point of time as well. Ajit, good morning and welcome to the show. What would you recommend a viewer to buy into JK Lakshmi Cement? She's bought at 970. Should she buy the dip?
Good morning, Ajit. So first of all, a disclosure that we have recommended JK Lakshmi Cement to our clients as a long-term bet, and in fact we have recommended as a thematic buy also, considering the buoyancy in the cement sector. Since she has already bought it, I guess adding to the existing position is not recommended until she has a view of at least 1 year or maybe more. And at the same time, yes, in a short term, it may continue to witness a bit of a profit taking is what we are seeing in line with the overall market trend. But the downside seems capped. So close to around 700, 710 is what we have, strong base for JK Lakshmi. So around that area, she should reevaluate her position.
Okay, all right. The next question that we have is from V. Murli, who's writing us from Bengaluru. He's holding about 500 odd shares of Lemon Tree at the rate of 151. From a short-term perspective, he wants to know as to what should be the view. Ajit, with regards to the news flow, of course, we have the reorganization of the entire Lemon Tree happening. It will be divided into two hotels now, Lemon Tree and Floor. One will be asset light and the other one will be asset heavy. And of course, Warburg Pincus coming in and acquiring stake as well. So all that is on a positive note, but with regards to where charts are concerned, what would you recommend for the next 3 to 6 months perspective?
So Mahima, in fact, if you see that within this basket of hospitality, Lemon Tree is doing comparatively well. Means if you see that entire basket is witnessing profit taking in line with what we are seeing in the index. So here also we saw a decline, but it's rebounding strongly post this news, and the price action is also largely around this long-term averages. So this shows that bulls are trying hard to maintain this area close to around 150, 145. So with that as a stop zone, means 145 on the closing basis, one can continue to hold the long positions. For any fresh momentum, we need a close above 160. So the moment we cross this, we are set for a new record highs.
Got the view, Ajit, and definitely a stock that viewers have to have on your radar based on the corporate action, as well as Q3 earnings will be a very interesting one for Lemon Tree. The next question that's coming in is on HEG. It's another short-term query, Ajit. Shakir from Bahrain actually is writing this question. So thanks so much for sending across your query, Shakir. Holding HEG shares at 644, 140 shares, a short-term outlook. Ajit, what would you recommend?
So Preet, it's been almost several years now. Means since 2019 is what the stock was witnessing corrective tone, but gradually we are inching towards that area. And since we have already spent a decent amount of time in the stock, I would recommend him to stay put, because the kind of traction that we are seeing in the metal and related counters, once we see some stability in the overall market scenario, we expect a rebound to continue. So with stop at let's say at 524, one can continue to hold HEG with a positional target of 680 to 720.
All right. The next caller that we have is Anjali, who's calling us from Vijayawada. Anjali, hi.
But the next query on WhatsApp, and it's a pertinent one which is coming in from Venkat from Hyderabad on Sigasi Industries. Now he's holding shares, almost 2,000 shares at 49 rupees per share. So he's sitting at a loss of almost 40,000 rupees. He's asking how long should he continue to hold these shares before he can exit and recover his losses right now. Ajit, from the highs in June 2025, the stock's down 50%. Is there any way this can reach back to 49? Any targets that you can give for Venkat, hopefully, where he can recover some of his money?
So Puneet, unfortunately, the stock is witnessing, overall downtrend continuing. Means there were multiple attempts in the past, but on every occasion, the moment, let's say we see stock witnessing strong traction, usually the most fizzle out the moment we retest the previous swing highs. So this time around also around 45, we have multiple resistances on the weekly chart, and after testing the same, it has slipped below the previous swing low as well. So this indicates that possibly, we are set for a much lower targets, maybe around 24, 25 in the near future. So if his view is short term, at least he should reduce his position. And in case if any bounce, he can consider exiting around 35, 36.
The view coming in on Sigachi. We've got our next caller. Garima is calling us from Bengaluru. Garima, hi. A very good morning to you. I believe you have a question on trend.
Yes. Just wanted to know.
Well, the next one is on BSC, and stocks up today. Sharad also highlighted that the NSE getting an NOC probably this month. Comments coming in from Tuvinkanta Pandey could be one of the possible reasons why the stocks up in trade today. And our viewers actually asking this question as well. Ajit, on the charts with a slightly more longer term, any view on BSC?
So Puneet, yes, in fact, if you see this entire capital market basket or platform stocks, BSC is holding comparatively stronger, and still we are holding above the short-term averages. It's a decent base formation in last 2-3 weeks. So possibly of a strong rebound means a possible retest of the record highs seems also quite likely. So with stop at 2570, if the view is short-term, one can definitely stay put with 3,100 positional targets.
Okay, all right. So that's you coming in with regards to where BSC stands. But viewers, time to skip into a very short bit. Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where Physicswala stands. We've got our next question on Inox Wind. Manav Upadhyay wants to know at what price can he average it out? He's bought at the levels of 140. Ajit, your view on the charts?
So we are very close to that level, Manas. Means 100, 105 is basically the zone where on the longer time frame we have immediate support, and that will be a critical support because the stock has already retraced from 250 to almost 110 levels. So possibly a consolidation around that area is likely, but having said that, until we see a decisive sign of reversal, one should not get into a trade or average to the existing loss-making trades. So wait for a level close to around 100, 105, and in case if it shows any sign of recovery, definitely you can enter.
Got that view, Ajit. The next query that we're getting is from Satyan. He's of course a regular viewer. He doesn't have a stock.
Basket of Nifty metal stocks is something that you can consider holding from a long-term perspective. But it's time for our second rapid-fire round. Saurabh and Ajit, you know the drill. Try to keep your answers as short as possible. The first one is from Animesh, who's writing us from Kuala Lumpur about Park Hotels. 2,000 shares at the levels of 136 from a 6 to 12 months time frame. Ajit, on the charts?
Exit.
Siemens Energy bought at 26.50. Keynes Tech, Ajit, a short-term view. We took Saurabh's view on it. Anything on the charts?
Looks oversold, bounce possible, maintain 6 stop at 34.50.
Okay, Ola Electric is the next one. The Pushpendra is bought at the levels of 41. He's holding 4,000 shares. On the charts, Ajit, what would you recommend?
Maintain stop at 37 and use recovery towards 43 to exit positions.
Saurabh, you recommended metals is sale also.
Okay, Vodafone Idea, 25,000 shares bought at the price of 12.05. Short-term targets on this one. Sunil from Mumbai wants to know. Ajit, your view?
It's already tested the targets, prudent to exit.
Reliance Infra, Ajit, our viewer, SK Krishna has bought at 293. He's asking a slightly longer term view on the chart.
See, it looks very volatile, so prudent to avoid. And in case if you have any existing position, try to exit on any bounce around 180.
GMDC is the next one. Mayuri from Assam. IRFC is the next one. Praveen from Karnataka wants to know if he can hold or sell. He's bought at the levels of 47 and 4,100 shares is what he has. Ajit, your view?
Hold.
BASF is the other one.
Cipla is the next one. Srinivasan wants to know if he can hold or buy. Ajit, your view on the chart?
Hold.
Colgate Palmolive, a volatile one. Ajit, Punjab and Sindh Bank bought at 45 from Abdul Rashid. What would you recommend on the chart?
Use bounce to exit.
Well, viewers, that's a wrap on this edition of the Rapid Fire as well as Ask Profit. Saurabh as well as Ajit, thanks so much for helping us solve the 46 queries that we were able to with one management conversation, of course. So that's the quarterly impact that we start to see on that 50 query number. But thanks so much, viewers, for sending us your queries. If there are any more, we'll see you at 2 o'clock with Ask Profit, the afternoon edition, and take it from there. Thanks so much for watching.